So the three ingredients we'll be first using in this recipe is my fenugreek seeds, my chai seeds, and then my black cumin seeds. These are the three ingredients we'll first be using in this recipe. So stay tuned and watch to the end so you can see how we got this hair fertilizer cream. First, I'm going to be mixing these ingredients in a beaker and soaking with water so it can get soft enough to grind. And then I'm just going to be pouring some water just a little above it and covering it. I'll set this aside for about 2 hours. Setting this aside for more than 2 hours will cause this to ferment, and then it may rotten and you may not be able to use it. So 2 hours is just fine, and the seeds are soft enough to be blended. So I'm just going to get a blender and I'm going to blend the seeds. If you have a smoothie blender or a smaller blender, you can use that, but I couldn't get my hands on my smoothie blender, so I'm using this normal blender to blend. So we're going to blend this until it's smooth. You can add more water to it if you feel the consistency is too thick to blend. So I'm going to set this aside and get an aloe vera stem. This aloe vera stem, I'm just going to use everything, the bark, the gel inside and everything. So I'm just simply going to cut them into small pieces to enable me blend. Also, if you do not have an aloe vera stem, you can exclude it from this recipe, but do not use a store-bought aloe vera because it is literally not the same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer this into my blending seeds and blend them all together. Okay, so after blending for a while, I'll just bring them out and pour my seeds and aloe vera puree into a pan, and then I'm just going to be rinsing off the remaining from the blender with water and into the pan. And in order to get the nutrient I want from this, I'm going to be adding 100 grams of avocado oil. Avocado oil helps the hair to grow and it leaves a great shine on the hair. I'll just take this to the stove and I'll keep stirring this until we get our oil. If you don't stir, the puree will always want to stick to the bottom of the pan, so we'll just have to keep stirring and stirring until the whole puree will have to dry up and leaving our oil with us. So even while on the fire and while stirring and got to this point, we'll be adding our herbs to it as well. So the first herb I'll be adding here is my neem powder, and so I'll be going in with about 1 tablespoon of my neem powder into this, and also I'll be going in with 1 tablespoon of my henna powder, and then also I'll be going in with 1 tablespoon of my amla powder. So these 3 herbs are what I'm going to be adding to my oils. So I'll still keep stirring until my puree and just added herbs dries up. So as you can see here, our period has dried up a bit, and we're not just going to let this get too dried because we do not want to lose our oils. So I think I got it right here. So I'm just going to bring this down from our stove, and I'm going to strain this out. I'm not going to be using a fine strainer here to strain this because some of the particles may go into our oil, so I'm simply going to use a cloth. If you can't get hold of a cheesecloth, you can use your handkerchief. It has very less particles. So I'm just going to use this to strain out my oils. So if this is your first time on this channel, welcome to my channel. This is another recipe from Prime Side. Old subbies and new subbies, you're very much welcome. New subbies, thank you very much. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please join this big family and join us in our amazing recipes. And old subbies, I really appreciate you all for always coming to join us, and thank you all who have been watching our videos and supporting us from day one. We really appreciate you. Okay, so I'm just going to be adding a little oil to bring out my remaining. I don't want to lose anything because it's really surprising how you get smaller oils after the whole process, but it's fine. I just added a little bit of avocado oil to bring this out, and then I'm just still gonna strain this out. And you can see how rich this oil that we've got is. I don't know, this oil is super rich. This is something your hair cannot resist. And here we have about 100 grams of oil. We didn't get this much from the pan. Remember that I added extra oil to bring this out, so I think we got about 50 grams of oil from the pan, and I added about 50 grams extra to get this. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer this into my bowl while I add my other oils to this. So quickly into my beaker, I'm just going to be adding 50 grams of coconut oil, and then I'm also going to be adding 50 grams of castor oil. These oils are great for hair, and you can see what each of them does. And then 50 grams of hemp seed oil, and then also we'll be adding 50 grams of neem oil. So here we have 200 grams of four oils combined together, while we have our seed oil that we've extracted here. So here is about 20 to 25 grams of beeswax. I'm just going to transfer it into my 200 grams of oil, and I'm just going to melt this and bring it right back. So here my beeswax is melted into my oils, and then I'm just going to transfer this into my extracted oil, and I'm just going to mix this, not forgetting essential oil. I'm adding some drops of fenugreek oil and some drops of black cumin seed oil as well, and then I give a small shake. I also come back with my fragrance, just about 1% of my fragrance, and then I'm going to be using 1 capsule of vitamin E oil as a moisturizer and as an early preservative. This recipe doesn't really need a preservative because it's totally oil based. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer this into my container. Remember, it has our beeswax in it, so it's going to solidify. Alright, I'll cover these both, and to make the solidification fast, I'll just take them to the refrigerator and bring them right back after some minutes, and they are here solidified, and now they have become a cream. I didn't whisk this. There was no need whisking this. It just give us a butter kind of consistency. But this is our perfect cream, and without, in fact, this is just a rich oil transformed into a cream. And I hope that you love this recipe by the time you try it out. Please do give this video a thumb up, and if you're here to subscribe, please do that right away and join this big family. Drop us any question you want to ask us under the comment section, and follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected. Share this video to your friends, as this hair fertilizer will certainly do wonders today. I'll certainly see you in my next video. Bye and love you.